Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And as a general statement, whether I'm sitting right now in this committee and we had received large amount of testimony from police officers, firefighters who work in municipals where they do have a pension, they don't have a pension, or I'm in another committee meeting that I serve on, which is public safety and security, and in that committee, we had a bill come up regarding law enforcement recruitment and retention. And we, again, had police officers, chiefs, come to testify in regards to a bill that would directly impact that said labor sector. And in public safety, I had asked the police chiefs if they thought that because there are several municipals now who are not offering a pension to their police officers, if that had impacted recruitment and retainment. And the description in that committee and the description in labor and public employees was something described as lateral movement, which is when you have police officers or firefighters who are willing to give up over 10 years of public service, meaning their seniority, their benefits, to leave a municipal to go to another municipal or city that now or is still offering a pension, because that is how significant of an issue this is. And I'm paraphrasing, but I believed when we got into the discussion in the other committee, I said, I really want to talk about what the root and heart is of the issue that's impacting our Connecticut law enforcement and firefighters right now. And the response that we had received from these law enforcement professionals, chiefs who have 20 to 30 years of service, are that they also agree that it is because you cannot go from town to town, city to city, and receive the same strong retirement benefits that are earned benefits, because these workers are paying into a system to then therefore hopefully have a sustainable and safe is a word I think we can use now, retirement option in those later years. I believe that this is an issue that it came up last year during the legislature. We're bringing it forward again, and this time with the language that has been modified, we are going to have a study that will look at municipals across the state and figure out how and when and if we can, if the bill comes up again next session to pass, what that transition period will look like, what it will entail, and the process will include not only our comptroller's office, but also, members, people who live here, work here, have a respect for what public service is, and what we hope to continue, because it is a deterrent when you have any labor sector and a starting salary will not pay the bills. Whether we're talking about teachers, healthcare workers, law enforcement, firefighters, our public health officials, it is something that is a priority issue that I hear from residents and people who work in all different labor sectors across the state. I am very proud, and I know that this is going to be an uphill challenge, but it is something that requires our attention and due diligence, and to include those that this impacts directly, which are our law enforcement and police officers. I think we can all agree, and I hear my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, we may have respect for what the work is and what it entails, and that also requires that we acknowledge that there is a cost to that, and to do it in a responsible, sustainable way is nothing less than what our brave men and women deserve. And it will, I believe, it will be a game changer in helping to attract and retain our law enforcement and firefighters across the state. So thank you.